The storm rolled over the Martian plains like an angry god. Red dust whipped the air, hissing against the dome of my small survival tent. My campfire had long since died, smothered by the gale, and the temperature was dropping fast. I huddled in my thermal wrap, trying to sleep, but something didn't feel right. Then I heard it, something soft, like a whisper in the storm. A movement. Not the tent flapping or the screech of sand against plastic. No, this was close. Inside. I sat up. And there she was. Crouched near the corner of my tent, drenched in mud and shaking from the cold, was a girl. No, not a girl. An alien. She had faintly luminous skin like wet pearl, striped in soft blue patterns that pulsed with her breathing. Her eyes, giant, violet, and glimmering, watched me like a cornered animal. Her soaked hair clung to her cheeks. She was thin. Too thin. I didn't move. You okay? She didn't answer in words, just stared, eyes flicking toward the zipper flap, then back at me. You ran in here to escape the storm? I asked gently. Still nothing. But she didn't leave. I nodded slowly and shifted back, giving her space. You can stay. It's warm in here. Her posture relaxed. Just a little. Then, without warning, she collapsed forward, curled up near my sleeping bag like a wild animal seeking shelter. I was too stunned to stop her. Hours passed. The storm outside screamed on, but inside, it was quiet, too quiet. I kept stealing glances at her. She was sleeping now, curled in on herself, twitching like she was dreaming. Her breathing was shallow and fast. When I moved to get her a blanket, her eyes cracked open. Don't be afraid, I whispered. She blinked. Her voice came soft and broken. You smell safe. That threw me. What? She breathed in deeply, as if tasting the air. Your scent. It tames the beast. What beast? She closed her eyes again. The one inside me. In the morning, the storm had passed. I peeked outside, red dunes, smooth again under the calm sky. My solar antenna was still intact. No sign of other life. When I turned back, the alien girl was awake. Sitting now. Watching me with guarded intensity. I knelt beside her, offering one of my nutrient bars. I'm Jack. I'm not gonna hurt you. She sniffed the bar, then took a tiny bite. Her name, she finally told me, was Elia. She came from a ship that had crashed weeks ago, far beyond the range of human colonies. She'd been walking alone in the wastes ever since. Hiding. Hungry. Afraid. Her people weren't invaders, she said, they were fleeing something. A monster. Something that hunted them across the stars. Something that infected minds. It got inside many of us, she whispered, trembling. It makes you lose yourself. Makes you kill. And you. I fight it. I hide from it. She looked at me again. But around you, the voice is quiet. I don't know why. Days passed. I offered her food, heat, safety. She stayed. She never left my tent, not even when the sun was out. Her instincts told her the desert wasn't safe. She said the beast could find her out there. I learned more about her kind. They were telepathic, emotionally bonded, sensitive to scent and energy frequencies. She could hear my feelings when I was close. My presence soothed her in a way she couldn't explain. Your mind, she said one night, is quiet, warm, like a fire I can sleep beside. She began sleeping on my chest. It started one night after I woke up shivering, only to find her curled tightly beside me. Sorry, she whispered. I needed to feel your heart. It keeps me. I let her stay. I couldn't explain it, but her presence calmed me, too. In the middle of nowhere, on a cold planet with no rescue in sight, I found comfort in her touch, her breath, her soft glowing skin. But nothing peaceful lasts forever. It was 3 weeks later when I noticed something wrong. Elia's eyes began to darken. Not with color, but with shadows. Something was flickering behind them. At first, it was brief, little flinches, flashes of pain. But then came the nosebleeds, the fever, the whispered nightmares. "The beast is back," she murmured, curled in the corner of the tent, shaking. I rushed to her. "What do I do? How can I help?" "Don't let me hurt you," she begged. "If I lose myself, run." "No," I gripped her shoulders. "You said I quiet it." "Not for long." Her voice cracked. "It's getting stronger." That night, she thrashed in her sleep, screamed in a language I couldn't understand. Her body twisted unnaturally, her veins pulsing with a strange black glow. I wrapped my arms around her anyway. "Stay with me," I whispered. "Fight it. Feel my heartbeat." And then something miraculous happened. Her body softened. The light faded. Her breathing slowed. She clung to me like a child. "Your scent," she whispered. "It drowns the beast. Please, never leave me." The next day, I made a decision. We couldn't stay in the desert. I had to get her to the human colony base. Maybe there was tech, medicine, anything that could help her. We packed light. I modified one of my suits to shield her sensitive skin. The journey would take 3 days through canyon and cliff, but I didn't care. She held my hand the whole way. "You're not just a comfort anymore," she said on the second night. "You're an anchor. My last one." But on the third day, near the ravine, it happened. The sky turned black. Not with clouds, but with a presence. Elia stopped walking. I turned, and saw it. A shadow. Humanoid. But not. Shifting. Hissing. Its body made of black tendrils and burning white eyes. "The beast," she whispered. "It followed me." It let out a roar that shattered rocks and echoed for miles. Elia fell to her knees, screaming. I ran to her, held her tight. "Listen to me. Don't let it in." "It's too strong," she gasped. I did the only thing I could. I pressed her face to my neck. "Breathe. Smell. Feel me. You said I'd tame it. Then let me tame it." Her body shook. And then she screamed. Not in pain, but in defiance. A burst of violet light exploded from her skin, knocking me back. She stood. And she wasn't afraid anymore. "I remember who I am," she snarled at the shadow. "And I'm not yours." The beast lunged. She met it mid-air, slamming her hand into its core. Her body flared with that same light, stronger now. It shrieked and unraveled into dust. And then silence. She collapsed into my arms. We made it to the outpost 2 days later. Doctors scanned her. They didn't know what to make of her biology, but one thing was clear: the infection was dormant. Suppressed by something in her neurochemical bond with me. They offered her sanctuary. A room. Food. Medicine. But she refused to sleep alone. That night, as I lay on a cot in the medical wing, she slipped in beside me, curling up again like that first night in the tent. "You're more than my anchor," she whispered. "You're my peace." I smiled. "And you're not a beast." "No," she agreed softly, laying her head on my chest. "I'm yours." And in the quiet of that sterile room, with her breath on my skin and her heartbeat synced to mine, I realized something I hadn't dared to before. Maybe this planet wasn't just a mission. Maybe she wasn't just a survivor. Maybe she was home.